Suchen joined the Wanjie chat group as the fourth natural disaster, and unlocked the control simulator. As long as you dominate the world, you can obtain resources, form an army, unlock technology, strengthen equipment, and upgrade combat power. Our aim is to deter, trample, enslave and then dominate. Empress Ying and Ice. We just want to declare war on Tianli, don't we need to send 100,000 anti-material army and the Annihilation Emperor? Ying. I just suffer from entropy loss, there's really no need to make me a star god butterfly ninja. It's just killing a ghost. You don't need to use orbital artillery, do you? Alice. I killed the zombies well. What kind of ghost is this rich creature? Boya Hancock. 10 destroyers, do you call them pirate ships? Feilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. The first chapter goes through the fourth natural disaster and starts the war. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Countdown to the next Wanjie invasion. 290 days, 18 hours, 14 minutes, and 6 seconds. In an old rental house in Kanagawa Prefecture. A young boy of about 16 or 17 years old slowly woke up from bed. After hearing the system prompt ringing in his ear, Su Chenren was numb. Just half an hour ago. Su Chen passed out in front of the computer because she stayed up late playing games. After waking up, I realized that I had actually traveled to a parallel world. Although awakening a seemingly powerful Wanjie chat group system. But what's outrageous is that this system not only fails to provide itself with any special superpowers. Instead, it informed Su Chen of the bad news that the world around him was about to invade. However, just as Su Chen was about to curse at the system, ding. It is detected that the host is the fourth natural disaster, and loading the exclusive template for the host. Loading completed, successfully assembled for host. Dominate simulator, dominating simulator, host. Su Chen, title. The fourth natural disaster, current world. Aqua blue star ruling creatures, Homo sapiens, unit. 80, 1 unit is approximately 100 million, planetary level combat units, modern naval, land, and air forces, unit. 10, 1 unit is approximately 1 million, star level combat unit, none, civilization level, 0.73, Asian Development Bank star civilization, planet resources, unit. 5, 0 is none, 1.3 is scarce, 3.5 is average, 5.7 is abundant, 7.10 is extremely abundant, dominating emulators. What's the use of this? Suchen looked at the virtual panel in front of her and asked. System prompt. The host can use this simulator to create civilizations, enhance technology, establish armies, and ultimately dominate other worlds, even the entire universe, in the real world. Dominate the entire universe. After hearing the system prompt in her ear, Su Chen couldn't help but be surprised. Boy, this control simulator sounds a bit awkward. I just don't know if the actual operation is as powerful as it claims. With this in mind, Su Chen couldn't help but ask, so what should I do? Ding. The host can choose at most one dominant route from the following options. Note. Options cannot be changed after confirmation. Technological dominance introduction. To achieve domination over the world by transmitting advanced civilization technology to the world. Time consumption is relatively long, and the world has a relatively high degree of preservation integrity. Belief domination introduction. By allowing all ruling organisms in the world to believe in the host, one can complete their domination of the world. The time consumption is moderate, and the completeness of the world preservation is average. War domination introduction. By using powerful technology and military power to trample, destroy, and enslave the world, one can achieve control over it. Time consumption is extremely short, and the preservation of world integrity is relatively small. Diplomatic domination introduction. By using powerful diplomatic means to gain the obedience of the world, one can complete the domination of the world. Time consumption is extremely long, and world integrity is highly preserved. Decisive war. After seeing the 4 domination routes provided by the domination simulator to oneself, Suchen almost chose the 3rd type of war domination without hesitation. What is the 4th natural disaster? Du Zhan Quan understand. My neighbors store grain and I store guns, and my neighbors are my granary. In the game, I never choose to solve anything that can be solved by force in any other way. Ding. You have chosen war domination and are planning a route for your host. Plunder, yours is mine. Significant increase in mineral resource reserves is slight increase in biological resource reserves. The level of deterrence has slightly increased. A slight increase in dominance. There is a probability of unlocking new technologies. This will increase the level of hostility towards you from other civilizations. Slaughter, those who don't obey, just kill them. Slight increase in mineral resource reserves. Significant increase in biological resource reserves. The level of deterrence has significantly increased. The degree of domination has significantly increased. There is a probability of obtaining new enhancements. This will increase the level of hostility towards you from other civilizations. Dominate, surrender to me will make me stronger. Increase in total reserve resources. The speed of military construction has increased. The speed of technological research and development has increased. The speed of civilization expansion has increased. There is a probability of obtaining a new army. This has no impact on other civilizations. Destruction, destroy this planet and give other civilizations a little shock. Directly obtain all resources of the planet. This will greatly increase the level of hostility towards you from other civilizations. Is this the route of war domination? Glancing at the route plan dominated by the war, Suchen couldn't help but curl his lips. This is in line with his style of war maniacs. What technology suppresses, what religion surrenders? It's not as simple and crude as having a neutron kill. If one neutron kill is not enough, then another 2-way foil is needed. Under our 4th natural disaster, even the gods must obey. However, the only problem now is I didn't have any resources at the beginning. Not to mention the engineers and road dogs that came with it at the beginning. There isn't even a mining worker here. Do you want me to dig wood with my bare hands and rub the workbench with my hands? It seemed that she felt the call from Suchen's heart, and the next moment the sound of the system rang in Suchen's ear. The system prompts that after the host unlocks the Wanjie chat group for the first time, they will be given a free check that in 10 consecutive lucky draw and start the path of domination. Tell me earlier. Suchen was speechless. Previously, Suchen thought that this Wanjie chat group system was just a simple alarm machine. Notify me every now and then how many days are left until the countdown to the invasion of the world, intentionally trying to disgust myself. So Suchen never even opened this so-called Wanjie group chat. Now it seems that this Wanjie chat group is still a lottery interface. Without hesitation, Suchen silently recited and opened the Wanjie chat group. Welcome to join the Wanjie chat group, please choose a favorite nickname first, Suchen. Suchen didn't expect that this Wanjie chat group still had a username. However, Suchen didn't care much about the online name, so she randomly chose the online name of the 4th natural disaster. Hello, the 4th natural disaster, welcome to join Wanjie chat group family. As a newcomer, please say hello to the others in the group first. Xiao Guinevere. Ah. Is this a newcomer again? Welcome. I'll go, Xiuzhi. How come you always get to be the first to send a message? Your surfing intensity is too high, isn't it? Hee, this is professional ethics. By the way, if a newcomer has any questions about joining, you can ask me. I have always been online. Oh my, there's a new kid here again. I don't know which world this time will come from, said the editor-in-chief of Bashongtang, who values both beauty and wisdom. the girl who likes cherry cake wants to love. It said that the new couple's online name is very aggressive, and it's called the fourth natural disaster. Is the fourth natural disaster God Horse? Genius Club number 83 member, Black Tower. I just checked with the think tank and it seems to be some kind of existence that can destroy the entire universe. However, the world civilization level of this newcomer is very low, and it should not reach this level. So, just like the child from Luhua, is she suffering from a secondary illness? Genius Club number 83 member, Black Tower. It should be, nodding. JPG. Zombie Terminator. As a result, there is still no one who can help us in the end. Lost. JPG, oh, don't worry, Alice. I believe there will be new group members who can save your world. Don't give up. Cheers. JPG, the biochemical world. An American woman with exquisite facial features and a hot figure sighed somewhat disappointed after seeing the news in the chat group. It has been 6 months since the outbreak of the T-virus in this world, and almost the whole world has been turned into zombies by this virus. I thought that by joining this Wanjie group chat, I could find a way to save the world she belongs to. But it turned out that the group of friends from the world closest to her, the collapsed world, also needed to sail for at least 100 years to reach her world. In 100 years the entire world's creatures are afraid to have turned into zombies. Is it meaningful to come back and save them then? Chapter 2. Sign in for 10 consecutive times and obtain a star-level Titan. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. 3 collapses, iron collapses, Genshin impact, supernatural beings, ghost exterminators. Even biochemistry exists. This is really a group chat of 10,000 worlds. After reading the chat content in the group, Suchen couldn't help but sigh. It seems that this group chat really encompasses a lot of the world. However, the levels of civilization in these worlds also vary. High like the Collapse series, it can easily destroy the existence of a galaxy. There are also ghost exterminations and biochemical civilizations that are almost identical to their own world. In this way, we cannot indiscriminately attack these worlds. Hiss, it's not easy to handle, ding. You have successfully checked in and received a chance to draw a 10 consecutive lottery. Would you like to draw directly? Just as Suchen was distressed, the sound of the system suddenly came to her ear. So Suchen chose the lottery without hesitation. At the next moment, a series of reward messages appeared in front of Suchen. Congratulations on obtaining 10 units of mineral resources. Congratulations on obtaining 10 units of biological resources. Congratulations on obtaining a purple quality ship construction card. Congratulations on obtaining a blue quality army construction card. Congratulations on obtaining 10 units of mineral resources. Congratulations on obtaining a blue quality army construction card. Congratulations on obtaining a purple quality technology construction card. Congratulations on obtaining 10 units of biological resources. Congratulations on obtaining 10 units of mineral product resources. Congratulations on obtaining a gold quality army construction card. Leader, wow. Golden legend. What Suchen didn't expect was that his first draw was a golden light. Is this a novice protection period? Immediately, Suchen eagerly clicked on the reward interface and glanced at it. Immediately after, a row of information was presented in front of us. Blue Quality Army Construction Card. Abundant Evil Objects, Introduction. Immortal boat soldiers born with the gift of abundance, whose longevity element falls into the demon body after exceeding the natural limit, causing numerous supernatural changes in their bodies. Quantity: 10,000. Requirement: 1 unit of biological resources. Blue Quality Army Construction Card. Anti-Material Legion. Introduction. The Legion under the Star God of Destruction, Nanak, gathers the heinous creatures of the universe and vows to destroy all civilizations and life. Quantity: 10,000. Requirement: 1 unit of biological resources. Purple Quality Ship Construction Card. Titan. Introduction. These behemoths have the same class of ships called Titans. The value of Titan-class spacecraft is unparalleled. The pure cost of financial resources, manpower, and time, combined with the necessary technical knowledge, makes building a Titan-class spacecraft risky, and only large empires dare to bear it. Titan-class spacecraft are used as mobile bases and flagship for military operations, and their appearance alone can turn the tide of the war. In addition to their sophisticated equipment and several meters of thick armor, the most impressive aspect is that their hull can carry an entire fleet and traverse the entire galaxy. Quantity. 1 requirement. 20 units of mineral resources plus 5 units of biological resources, purple quality technology construction card low-level wormhole technology, upgradable, introduction. Create a bridge that connects 2 different points in time and space, allowing matter to cross time and space. Span 3 cosmic scales carrying capacity. 0.5 units, 1 unit is approximately 1 million, requirement. 5 units of biological resources plus 5 units of mineral resources, gold quality army, leader, construction card Annihilation Lord, illusionary obscure, introduction. The Great Lord of Extinction is not only the messenger of the Star God, but also the executor of the will to destroy. Obsessed with the beauty of destruction, it embodies the principle of entropy in all things. At the same time, he is also an artist of war and an ultimate weapon of destruction. They command the war across the stars and wield the destructive power bestowed upon them by the stars. In the past 600 years, the Phantom has caused at least 122 worlds to fall into inexplicable chaos, ultimately being defeated by the Anti-Material Legion. Requirement. 50 units of biological resources. After reading all the reward introductions in the list, Suchen couldn't help but furrow his brow slightly. Not enough resources. Far from enough. Despite winning 30 units of mineral resources and 20 units of biological resources in 10 consecutive lucky draws. But with the current total amount of resources, it is simply not enough to build the golden leader card that one has obtained. The Annihilation Lord, illusory obscure. At most, it is only enough to develop low-level wormhole technology and build a Titan warship as well as some armies. Fortunately, I have chosen the war domination route and do not need to wait for a long process of resource collection. As long as the strength is strong enough, just take it directly from other worlds. Thinking of this, Suchen couldn't help but look at the group members of the Wanjie chat group with a kind gaze. At this moment, the group members in the Wanjie chat group couldn't help but feel a chill coming from behind. Strange, I just suddenly felt a chill on my body. What's going on? The girl who loves to eat cherry blossom cakes wants to fall in love. Me too, it feels like someone is staring at me. The first female instructor at St. Freya Academy, not allowed to call her auntie. It must be an illusion, right? But then again, it seems that the newly added group members haven't spoken yet. Are they shy? Suchen didn't expect Wuyang Tajizi to mention herself at this moment, so she found an excuse to pass it by. The fourth scourge. Cough, sorry, I just lost my mind. Ollie, the most beautiful girl in the Milky Way. Say, this fourth-day disaster group friend, is your world closer to Alice's world? If possible, can you help Alice and their world? Genius Club number 83 member, Black Tower. I just checked in a think tank that the world where the fourth natural disaster is located is only 0.5 cosmic scale away from Alice's world, but the world where he is located is too low in civilization to even make trans-galaxy navigation, so he should not be able to help. Ollie, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy, said, well, that's really a pity. It's so close to Alice's world. When Suchen saw this, he understood. The people in the group originally hoped that someone could help lift the crisis in Alice's biochemical world. The reason why he didn't ask for his help was because Black Tower of the Genius Club believed that his civilization level was too low to help Alice. However, Suchen was not prepared to refute this. After all, currently no one knows their true strength, which can be a good thing. This also means that one can focus on building their own army and ships. With this in mind, Suchen ignored the messages from the Wanjie chat group and instead opened the construction interface of the dominant simulator. Tip. Will you consume 5 units of biological resources to build the Anti-Material Legion unit? 50,000. Tip. Will you consume 5 units of biological resources to build Abundant Evil unit? 50,000. Tip. Do you want to consume 20 units of mineral resources plus 5 units of biological resources to build a Titan warship unit? 1. Tip. Will you consume 5 units of biological resources plus 5 units of mineral resources to unlock low-level wormhole technology, upgradable. Chapter 3 Departure. Send the Titan fleet to explore the attached. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Yes. Suchen looked at the prompt that popped up from the interface and answered with some pain. Just unlocking a technology and a warship. It has consumed almost all of its biological and mineral resources. And all the remaining biological resources were also used by themselves to build armies. He, who used to have abundant resources, now only has 5 units of mineral resources left. One night back before liberation. Tip. As you are building your army for the first time, this construction will not consume time. Ding. Congratulations on completing your first military construction. Congratulations on obtaining Abundant Evil item, unit. 50,000, congratulations on obtaining Anti-Material Legion, unit. 50,000, tip. As you are building a ship for the first time, this construction will not consume time. Ding. Congratulations on completing your first ship construction. Congratulations on obtaining Titan Battleship, unit. 1, tip. Due to your first unlocking of technology, this construction will not consume time. Ding. Congratulations on completing your first technology unlock. Congratulations on unlocking technology. Low-level wormhole technology, upgradable, at this point. With Suchen's resources just being squandered. A giant flagship of celestial size suddenly appeared at a distance of 50,000 kilometers from Aqua Blue Star. Due to the massive mass of the Titan, the bow-shaped gravitational waves generated by it even caused drastic tidal changes on Aquarius. Just a few minutes of docking directly caused a huge tsunami in an island country in the eastern hemisphere of Aqua Blue Star. If it weren't for Suchen's timely relocation of the Titan, the entire country would probably have been submerged in a tsunami. Suchen, who had felt the true power of the Titan for the first time, had completely forgotten the painful feeling of being squandered of resources before. At this moment, Suchen's heart was filled with immense excitement. Good guy, I didn't feel much in the game before, but now I realize that Titans are really big. I just don't know how the weapons on the ship are configured. If they are all fully equipped, dominating the entire galaxy may not be a problem. Suchen's eyes instantly became fanatical. Although I was unable to build the Extinction Lord with golden quality, with this Titan giant ship, I am confident that I can go to other worlds to plunder resources. Moreover, there are still 50,000 abundant creatures and 50,000 anti-material legions on this ship, enough to clear all life on the planet. So, the only problem now is, which world should I choose as my first foothold? Think of this. Suchen once again turned her gaze to the Wanjie chat group. I said, don't bother with Alice's world. When will you also come and help my world? I have a final battle with that damn, heavenly reason. It's not that we don't want to help you, but there seems to be an inexplicable force in the world you're in that isolates us, and we can't even touch the world you're in, said the first female instructor at St. Freya School, prohibiting calling you auntie. Yes, and your world is not like the world of Ganla Temple's Meili, Qi Tong, and Yen Zhu. Although your world is not technologically advanced, there are gods in it, said Ali, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy. If we help you rashly, it may even threaten ourselves, said Ali, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy. The editor-in-chief of Biochemical, who values both beauty and wisdom, said, "Oh my, a little outsider. With my sister's advice, heavenly justice is not so easy to deal with. If you don't have full confidence, don't act rashly," said the editor-in-chief of Biochemical, who values both beauty and wisdom. The first female instructor of St. Freya Academy, not allowed to be called Auntie. Now it seems that each of our worlds is quite difficult. Each world has its own difficulties, especially Alice's world. Almost all the creatures in her world are going extinct. Sigh, I really hope someone can help her. Yes, there is still a creature called Ghost in our world that is constantly slaughtering our compatriots. Sooner or later, I will bring the Ghost King Wuyan and Tong Mo to ashes and avenge my sister. I also hope that someone can come and save our world. Previously, our world was almost destroyed by gut animals. Now, although we have finally had a chance to catch our breath, we still cannot eliminate them. Don't be discouraged, everyone. I believe there will be a way. No matter what, everyone must persevere. I will always cheer for everyone. Cheer. JPG, after reading the chat content in the group. Suchen raised her eyebrows. Good guy, are there so many people in the group who are in dire straits? Since that's the case, as the great benefactor of the Milky Way, I can't just let it go. Wait for me, I'm here to take advantage of the fire. Ah no, I'm here to save you. Tip. May I ask if the Titan fleet has been dispatched to explore nearby galaxies? Yes. Suchen nodded. As I had already learned from the Genius Black Tower in the group that there is a biochemical world not far from where my world is located. So Suchen decided to send the Titan directly to search for the biochemical world. With the ultra-high-power quantum engine possessed by the Titan as its propulsion system, it is believed that it will not be long before it reaches the biochemical world where Alice is located. After completing control over the biochemical world, use wormhole technology to transport the necessary mineral and biological resources back. In this way, without any unnecessary operations, it is possible to control and utilize resources in the designated target world. It's perfect. Your fleet has set sail, ding. Due to your first fleet exploration of the Starry Sea, you have obtained the random technology Eureka. Ding. Congratulations on successfully unlocking technology. Low-level world barrier technology, upgradable, low-level world barrier technology, upgradable, introduction. This creates an invisible barrier outside the world under the control of the host, making it impossible to enter from the outside and resist a certain degree of external energy/physical attacks. It cannot be equipped on the fleet and cannot defend against penetrating attacks above the star level. Level 1, can be upgraded by investing in research and development points, Eureka. Can exploring the Starry Sea trigger technology Eureka? After hearing the system prompt in her ear, Suchen was somewhat surprised. This Eureka is a good thing. Unlocking technology without consuming any resources. It's even more cost-effective than drawing cards. However, the emergence of technology like Eureka is generally rare and unexpected. Fortunately, this technology Eureka unlocked a seemingly useful technology. World barrier technology. In this way, it should also be difficult for ordinary extraterrestrial civilizations to attack my world. Next, we are waiting for good news from the Titan. Suchen looked at the distant starry sky and slowly said. Chapter 4. Everyone join just to find a partner. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Biochemical world. A hot-bodied blonde woman is riding a motorcycle at full speed on a deserted and crowded overpass. The bridge is filled with abandoned vehicles, and almost every car's body is covered in bullet marks, as if indicating that a huge disaster has erupted here. The zombies on both sides of the road were attracted by the roar of motorcycle engines and approached one after another. Alice calmly pulled out her pistol from her waist and fired several shots, instantly exploding the heads of several zombies in front of her. However, the few zombies in this area are only a drop in the bucket for the zombie tide blocking the entire road ahead. Seeing this scene, Alice had no choice but to turn the front of the car and drive towards a safe direction on the other side. Really, if only I had the abilities that those guys in the group said. Alice couldn't help but mutter to herself. In the entire world of chat groups, one's own world can be considered the most miserable, and there is no one left. There are plenty of worlds in the group that have a higher level of technological civilization than oneself. Even in a world where technology is not as advanced as their own, the people there possess breathing techniques that can mobilize special powers. For them, killing zombies is as easy as chopping melons and vegetables. And besides the 2 guns in my hand and the antibodies against the T-virus, I can say that I have nothing. Although the group members always cheer themselves up and advise them not to give up, lovely Alice understands that saving the world on her own is simply a pipe dream. The only thing I can hope for now. It means that a powerful group friend who is not far from their own world can appear in the group. Being able to save one's own world. However, will there really be such group friends? Forget it, I don't want to do this anymore. Let's find a way to leave here first. Alice shook her head, lost in thought, and continued to focus on riding her motorcycle forward. Wanjie chat group, please note. Genius Club number 83 member, Black Tower, has released an announcement. Genius Club number 83 member, Black Tower. At all members, I have recently developed a device that allows group members to share live streaming footage in real time. Although it may not be very helpful for the current difficulties of group members, at least we can work together to solve some of the current crises. Real-time sharing of live streaming footage. What does that mean? Genius Club number 83 member, Black Tower. The meaning is that group members can start live streaming in the group at any time and share the pictures they see in the group. This way, in times of crisis, everyone can also help to provide advice. Wow! So we can also see what other group members are doing, said the girl who loves to eat cherry blossom cakes and wants to fall in love. In the future, if you encounter any dangerous situations, you can open this live broadcast interface in a timely manner, so that we can all help, said the first female instructor of St. Freya Academy. Note: calling aunties is prohibited. It's a bit interesting, said Her Majesty the Queen. Wow, have you even been in a bubble? I haven't seen you speak in the group for a long time, said Ollie, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy, calling me Her Majesty the Queen. Who made sure that there was never any object in the group that caught my attention. Then I could only keep diving. Ha! So, is Esther here to look for objects in the group? What kind of boys does Esther like? Nature is the kind of strong person who can dominate all things and be on par with me, said the Queen. Call me Queen. I really have no interest in the weak, and my world is almost full of such weak people. That's why I came to this group to search for the strong. But in the end, there isn't even a man who can make me fall in love with. It's really disappointing, said the Queen. The girl who loves to eat cherry blossom cakes wants to fall in love. Actually, my initial purpose of joining the group chat was the same as Sister Estes. The girl who loves to eat cherry blossom cakes wants to fall in love. However, I haven't found a partner because my strength is too strong and I am always considered a monster by other boys. But after chatting with everyone in the group, I found out that everyone was actually quite friendly, so I stayed here all the time. Surprised. Even Mealy joined the group chat just to find a partner, said Ollie, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy. I have to start doubting everyone's initial purpose in joining the group, said Ollie, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy / the Red World, looking at the brave ones who submit to their feet in front of them. Estes, with blue hair, had contempt in his eyes. Really? Isn't there a man in this world who I can look up to? Even the brave in the northern region are just like that. It's better to have a level 1 danger plant that makes me happy. Say it. Estes kicked the head of the hero with one kick. I really want to go see other worlds. If possible. Anyway. Since there is no one I want among these 10,000 slaves. Then go and catch 100,000 more slaves for me and come back. At this point. Shortly after Suchen dispatched the Titan to Shanghai for cruising. Suchen also began an investigation into the world she lived in. However. After investigation. Suchen discovered that her current identity is a high school student studying at a school in Kanagawa Prefecture called Hideyoshi Academy. Xiuzhi Academy. Why does the name of this school sound a bit familiar? Suchen is a bit strange. How could one feel familiar with a high school in a parallel world they have traveled through? Moreover, I am not in my own country. After some thought. Suchen decided to go and see that high school. Anyway, currently there is no news coming back from the Titan side. Idle is also idle. Just think of it as learning more about the history of this world, making it easier for yourself to control it in the future. Not long after, Suchen arrived at Xiuzhi Academy. As soon as she entered the campus, Suchen felt that this school was not ordinary rich. Not to mention those teaching buildings that just look very magnificent. The school uniforms worn by the students walking around the campus seem to be specially customized. It looks extremely gorgeous. And on the most prominent billboard in the college, a list of students is posted. Suchen glanced roughly and didn't notice any important figures. However, next second, Suchen's gaze froze at the top of the list. Wait, the president of the student union, Bai Yinyuxing, and the vice president, Shigong Hui. Miss Hui wants me to confess. Chapter 5. Xiuzhi Academy, Shuehu Sakurajima Mayi. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this point, after seeing the list of student union members, Suchen finally realized why she had become so familiar with Xiuzhi Academy before. Isn't this the high school where Miss Hui is located? No wonder this high school looks so magnificent. After all, this is a high school that is actually controlled by the Four Palace Consortium, one of the four major consortia of Neon Country. It can be said that it is a school dedicated to the prosperity of prestigious families. The people who can study here are either future heirs to financial conglomerates or proud sons of heaven who bear the fate of their country. Now think about it. My predecessor was able to study here. I still have some skills. This student, are you looking for someone? Just as Suchen was still checking the names on the admission list, a voice rang out from behind. Suchen turned around. But I saw a pink-haired girl with her index finger resting on her chin, looking at me curiously. Are you looking at the cute pink-haired girl in front of me? Although Suchen had already guessed a few points. But for safety reasons, I still asked the other party for their identity. Hey, don't you know me? I'm the student union secretary of Xiuzhi Academy, Chika Fujiwara. Chika Fujiwara exaggerated her name, as if expecting Suchen to give an equally exaggerated response. Oh, so it's Senior Qianhua. Suchen's tone was extremely plain. Chika Fujiwara froze for a while before continuing, are you looking for someone, classmate? No, I'm looking for the library. Suchen casually found a reason to evade. I don't know, right? How could anyone find a library in the student list? Chika Fujiwara's face was full of disbelief. I am using abstract thinking to concretely read the location of the library from the list of students, understand? Suchen said expressionlessly. Really? Okay. So powerful. Chika Fujiwara showed an expression that, although she couldn't understand, always felt very powerful. I truly deserve to be a student of Xiuzhi Academy. You can casually say things you completely cannot understand. It seems that as the secretary of the student union, I still need to continue to work hard. Looking at Chika Fujiwara with a silly and cute expression in front of her, Suchen couldn't help but think of the scene where she used to dance the secretary dance. Do you remember that she seemed to have been elected as the Prime Minister of Neon Nation by netizens? It's outrageous enough after getting rid of the entanglement of Chika Fujiwara. Suchen eventually arrived at the library. Originally, Suchen planned to search for some historical information about this world. The library is undoubtedly the best choice. Just as soon as Suchen sat down, Yu Guanzhong caught a glimpse of a beautiful girl dressed in a bunny girl costume strutting back and forth in the library. Wearing rabbit girl costumes in the library. What kind of performance art is this? However, the next second, Suchen seemed to suddenly realize something. Suddenly widened his eyes. Sakurajima. Mayi. Is that Sakurajima Mayi from the Youth Pig Head Youth? But shouldn't Sakurajima Mayi be at Tachibana High School? How could it appear in Xiuzhi Academy? At this moment it was as if sensing Suchen's gaze. Sakurajima Mayi, dressed in a bunny girl costume, couldn't help but walk towards him. However, when Sakurajima Mayi walked up to Suchen, Sakurajima Mayi suddenly made a face at Suchen. Suchen still stared at her calmly. There was no response from Suchen. Sakurajima Mayi's face seemed to show a disappointed expression. However, just as she was about to leave. But suddenly it was discovered that Suchen's gaze was following her movement. Immediately, Sakurajima Mayi has turned back again. And he noticed that Suchen's gaze was always following her as she moved. Can you see me? Sakurajima Mayi looked at Suchen, looking somewhat incredulous. A beautiful girl wearing a bunny girl's costume walked back and forth in the library, and I found it difficult to pretend that I couldn't see it. Suchen shrugged his shoulders. To be honest, Suchen has never seen a woman dressed in a bunny girl costume. But a girl with an angelic appearance like Sakurajima Mayi and a devilish figure swayed in front of her in the attire of a bunny girl. I'm afraid only blind people can stop staring. Upon hearing this, Sakurajima Mayi lowered her head and glanced at her clothes, then covered her collar with a rosy face. Close your eyes. Why? Anyway, close your eyes first. Oh. Suchen pretended to close her eyes, but in reality, she only narrowed a slit. I have read everything I should have seen. It has to be said that Sister Mayi's figure is really good. No wonder one can thrive in the entertainment industry at a young age. Although it may be due to excessive weight loss, causing the protruding area to be less prominent. But it also definitely meets the standards of a model. Soon, Sakurajima Mayi found a coat from somewhere and wrapped herself up. Then he came to Suchen again. What's your name? Sakurajima Mayi extended her finger to point at herself. Suchen. Suchen said without hesitation. International students. Sakurajima Mayi was stunned at the words, then raised her small fist as if threatening Suchen. I have forgotten everything that happened today, have you heard? What happened today? Suchen knowingly asked. It's about me wearing the bunny girl costume in the library. Sakurajima Mayi stamped her feet in shame and anger. Is this guy really unaware or deliberately pretending? I thought today would be the same as before and no one would see me. That's why she dares to swagger around in the library wearing a bunny girl costume. But I didn't expect it. I was actually exposed by an international student. And the other person's age seems to be younger than oneself. The only hope now. I can only hope that this guy doesn't know me. Otherwise Sakurajima Mayi couldn't even think about it anymore. Suchen spread out her hands and sighed helplessly. Sister Mayi. Based on your current celebrity popularity, If you want me to forget about this. I'm afraid it's difficult to achieve. It's over. When I heard Suchen say his name and job, Sakurajima Mayi's fantasies were instantly shattered. The international student in front of me not only knows himself. I even know my own name and the fact that I am engaged in acting work. Shouldn't he be? He's actually his own fan, right? Just as Sakurajima Mayi was struggling with how to make Suchen keep the secret. However, Suchen once again said. However, I won't reveal today's matter to outsiders. Sakurajima Mayi was stunned for a moment. I'm not the kind of person who has the leisure to spread other people's gossip everywhere. Suchen smiled and said. Not to mention. Senior sister, it's up to you to like wearing strange clothes in the library. Your hobbies have nothing to do with me either. So, Sister Mayi, you can rest assured to continue being your rabbit girl. I will not express any opinions on this. After all, my goal is the vast sea of stars. Who said my hobby is dressing up as a bunny girl? I'm just because no one has noticed me. That's why I came up with this method in an attempt to attract others' attention. Sakurajima Mayi's heart was shattered at this moment. This guy must have mistaken himself for a senior with a strange fashion habit. Is that right? But the key is I still can't refute it myself. If I had known this would have happened. You shouldn't wear such revealing clothes. Unexpectedly, he was mistaken for a strange senior by a younger student than himself. At this moment, Sakurajima Mayi wished she could dig a crack in the ground and crawl in. Then bury yourself. Looking at Sakurajima's face full of crimson social death expression in front of me. Suchen couldn't help but sigh inwardly. I didn't expect this senior in linen to play the role of a bunny girl in the library. I haven't met the young pig-headed boy Sakutazichuan. Unexpectedly, I was caught by myself. What is this? Do you want to cut off the beard? Ding. Detected that the host has successfully intercepted the female protagonist, Sakurajima Mayi, giving her a chance to strengthen herself. May I ask if reinforcement should be carried out immediately? At this point. After hearing the system prompt in my ear. Suchen was dumbfounded. Good guy. That's okay. Chapter 6. Fleet arrives. Biochemical world. Gods. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After learning about Sakurajima Mayi, the female protagonist of the anime, Shuehu, surprisingly, one can obtain a chance to strengthen oneself. Suchen couldn't help but widen her eyes. Unexpectedly. Is there a setting where the female protagonist with a truncated beard can become stronger? Suchen caressed her chin. In this way, we cannot easily eliminate the female protagonists in those worlds. We need to find a way to keep them all in our pockets. At this moment, Suchen was thinking. At the same time, he gave the system a definite command in his mind. Ding. Congratulations to the host for successfully strengthening themselves. In this enhancement, the host successfully receives a 5-fold increase in lifespan as a reward. In this reinforcement, the host successfully obtained a reward of a 15-fold increase in physical fitness. In this enhancement, the host successfully receives a 5-fold increase in mental rewards. In this enhancement, the host successfully obtained a special ability. Reincarnation Eye of Reincarnation, Introduction. The Eye of Reincarnation is known as the highest pupil power of the Eye that controls life and death, which originated from the ultimate pupil technique of the Divine Tree Chakra fruit. The owner of the Reincarnation Eye can automatically grasp the changes in 6 chakra properties, as well as control yin and yang, possessing extraordinary abilities. It can be a god of creation with the ability to create, or a god of destruction with the ability to destroy. As the system beeps down, Suchen's pupils also instantly transformed into the shape of a special purple circular reincarnation eye. The next moment, everything in Suchen's gaze became clear and visible. Even a flying insect a kilometer away was clearly visible in Suchen's eyes. However, Suchen knew that the true use of the reincarnation eye was not just that. Double-eyed purple reincarnation eyes. This is having true eyes that can control life and death. With these eyes, Suchen can resurrect the deceased as he pleases. Compared to these eyes, the reinforcement rewards in front all seem a bit inadequate. It's really interesting now. Thinking of the female protagonists in the group chat of all worlds, each having their own experiences of losing important people. Suchen couldn't help but smile slightly. In the evening, Suchen returned to her rented house. I originally wanted to open the Wanjie chat group and see if there were any new discoveries. Result. Suchen just opened the chat group. Then news came from the Titan side. Your Titan fleet has discovered a new civilization. Civilization development points plus 10, technology RD points plus 10, please select. 1. Exploration, dispatch troops to explore, with a probability of disturbing the civilization and making it hostile. 2. Communication, directly communicating with the civilization has a probability of making it friendly/hostile. 3. Declaration of war, declaring war on that civilization to make it hostile. 4. Watch, do nothing to keep the civilization neutral. 5. Deterrence, exclusive to war domination, imposing military deterrence on the civilization, and once the degree of deterrence reaches 100%, the civilization can be dominated. 6. Predation, exclusive to war domination, directly dispatching troops to plunder the resources of the civilization under undeclared conditions increases the level of deterrence. 7. Slaughter, exclusive to war domination, sending troops directly to slaughter the civilization under undeclared conditions increases the level of deterrence. 8. Destruction, exclusive to war domination, directly targeting the civilization under non-declared conditions, a new civilization. When I saw the reminder of discovering a new civilization coming from my fleet, Suchen couldn't help but be taken aback. How fast! I didn't expect to send out the fleet in such a short time. A new civilization has already been discovered. Put it this way. This new civilization should not be far from its own world. So can this civilization be the biochemical world where Alice is in the chat group of the world? Thinking of this, Suchen decided to let the Titan approach the planet and explore it first. If it weren't for the biochemical world where Alice is located, just plunder all the resources on the planet directly. So, after issuing the exploration command, Suchen once again turned her gaze to the Wanjie chat group. By the way, hasn't it been a long time since Alice last frolicked in the group? The girl who loves to eat cherry blossom cakes wants to fall in love. She probably encountered some danger, right? I'm a bit worried about her. There shouldn't be any danger, right? I remember Alice's strength is quite strong, and ordinary zombies shouldn't be able to do anything about her, said Ollie, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy, at Zombie Terminator. Are you okay? If you have time, take a break in the group. Ollie, it's over. Even Auntie Xiuzhi hasn't replied. Isn't it really that she's in danger, said Ollie, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy in the supernatural world. A beautiful fox girl sat in front of the computer, looking at Alice's profile picture in the chat group with a worried expression. Although she knows that zombies are not considered dangerous for the vast majority of people in chat groups. But for people like Alice who are just slightly stronger than ordinary people. But it is a deadly existence. Just need to be slightly bitten by zombies. The T-virus called the Tyrant virus will completely kill you, transforming you into a lifeless body, a walking corpse. So even though Alice's world civilization level is not high, but the degree of danger is actually the greatest among them. If it weren't for one's own world civilization and technological level, one wouldn't have been able to achieve interstellar travel. Otherwise, I really want to help Alice and her world. The Wanjie chat group fell silent for a while. Just as everyone was worried about what might happen to Alice. The avatar of the zombie Terminator in the group chat suddenly lit up. Zombie Terminator. Sorry everyone, I had some trouble just now, so I didn't watch the group chat. Great Alice. We thought you were in danger, it's great that you're okay, said Guinevere. By the way, what trouble did you just encounter? You don't even have a little time, said the Queen, Zombie Terminator. It's those guys from the Umbrella Company who actually dropped zombies where I am. Zombie Terminator. Almost all of my companions were eaten by zombies, and even I almost died in their hands. The first beautiful girl in the galaxy, Ollie, said, dropped zombies. Oh my god, this is too scary. Surprised. JPG, Butterfly House Ghost Eliminating Expert. Indeed, no matter which world it is, there are such villains. Humph, if it were me, I would definitely kill every one of those guys, said the Queen, Zombie Terminator. I also want to do this, but now I don't even have the power to protect my companions. I can only watch them die in front of me. At this point, in the biochemical world, Alice looked out of the car with complicated eyes. Look out at the scene of corpses scattered everywhere, like hell. Everywhere are the corpses of teammates left behind by zombies. If it weren't for the Umbrella Company, they should have lived well. Why clearly, she is the protagonist of this world. But can't even protect my teammates. I can't do anything. Just as Alice sighed at her own weakness. Suddenly. The earth suddenly trembled. Wait, what happened? A keen sixth sense told her. What is so huge that she can't understand things approaching her position? Your fleet has completed this exploration of the target civilization. This exploration did not disturb the civilization, target civilization. Biochemical world ruling creatures, zombies, unit. 60, 1 unit is approximately 100 million, planetary level combat units, none, star level combat unit, none, civilization level, 0.44, primitive civilization, planet resources, unit. 4, 0 is none, 1.3 is scarce, 3.5 is average, 5.7 is abundant, 7.10 is extremely abundant, comparison of strength between both parties, our side technology. Like a deity military. Like a deity comprehensive strength. Like a deity, opposite party, technology. Like ants military. Like ants comprehensive strength. Like ants, suggestion. Deterrence has no effect on these thoughtless zombies, but sending troops and ships to directly slaughter the planet will bring you massive biological resources. Should we directly dispatch a fleet to land on this planet? When seeing the exploration information brought back by the fleet, Suchen raised her eyebrows slightly. Sure enough. The arrival of one's own fleet. It is the biochemical world where Alice is located. And due to the fact that the T-virus has infected almost half of the world's population, the level of civilization in the biochemical world has dropped to the level of primitive civilization. The strongest combat force in the world today. I'm afraid it's just those 6 billion zombies. And these zombies are for Suchen, who holds an entire Titan fleet. It's just like air. As long as Suchen gives an order, let the fleet wash the ground on this planet casually. These 6 billion zombies will instantly turn into ashes. However, it would be too boring to just exterminate the creatures on this planet. Suchen caressed her chin. Send 10 reorganized fleets first to land on this planet. Give our group friend a little shock. Suchen curled up the corner of her mouth and smiled slightly. Chapter 7. Our warships cover the sky and sun, and we. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Genius Club number 83 member, Black Tower, invites you to join the live broadcast room. Do you accept it? At this point, just after Suchen issued the login command, a prompt came from the chat group. Live streaming room. Suchen was stunned for a moment. There is still a live broadcast at this time. Did Alice initiate it? I think this live broadcast may happen to be initiated by the female protagonist who is about to land in the world. Suchen immediately clicked in without saying a word. Even Suchen herself wanted to take a look. When my 10 reorganized interstellar fleets landed in the world of biochemistry. What an amazing sight it will be. Xiao Guinevere joins the live broadcast room. The girl who loves to eat cherry blossom cakes wants to join the live broadcast room in love. The first female instructor of St. Freya Academy, not allowed to call auntie, joined the live broadcast room. The most beautiful girl in the galaxy, Ollie, joins the live broadcast room. Mocha girl Sakura joins the live broadcast room. Genius Club number 83 member, Black Tower, joins the live broadcast room. Butterfly House ghost slaying expert joins the live room. Little Rabbit who loves Leontaro the most joins the live broadcast room. Call me your majesty the queen to join the live broadcast room. The chief wealthy woman of the space station joins the live broadcast room. Yujiaming God Zundashu joins the live broadcast room. Tivit's escaping abyss princess joins the live broadcast room. The editor-in-chief of Bashongtang, who values both beauty and wisdom, joined the live broadcast room. The exclusive driver of EVA-0 joined the live broadcast room. Find Darling 02 to join the live broadcast room. Saber, who loves little lions, joins the live broadcast room. Empress joins the live broadcast room. Wow. Many of the group friends who used to dive have also started to bubble up. Are everyone watching the live broadcast? Said Ollie, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy, surprised. I didn't expect so many people to watch Alice's first live broadcast. Right, said the chief wealthy woman of the space station. We're worried about Alice, aren't we? As soon as we saw her start the live broadcast, everyone immediately came in, said Xiao Givra. By the way, is this what you call a zombie? It's really ugly, said the Empress in the world of pirates. Boya Hancock looked at the ugly zombies in the live broadcast footage. I couldn't help but furrow my brow. As the dominant Empress in the world of pirates, she can't stand the existence of zombies. These putrid corpses emitting a foul odor. It's just as disgusting as those damn Tianlong people. Indeed, this is also the first time I have seen such creatures. According to Alice, if we cannot destroy their heads, even if we cut off their limbs with a knife, we cannot kill them. These zombies look really scary. I don't know how Alice survived alone in this world full of zombies, said the girl who loves to eat cherry blossom cakes. Although there are also creatures like ghosts in our world, the number is far less than Alice's world. Compared to Alice's world, it seems that Alice's world is more dangerous. By the way, Alice's sudden start of the live broadcast is like encountering some danger, isn't it? Said the first female instructor at St. Freya School, not allowed to call her auntie, Zombie Terminator. Well, I was planning to go to the Umbrella Company's base with my surviving teammates, but suddenly a large number of zombies appeared on the way. Zombie Terminator. Now we are completely surrounded and can't escape at all. Zombie Terminator. Now I think only the people in the live broadcast room can help me. Biochemical world, at this point. Under Alice's gaze. I saw countless zombies rushing towards her like a tide. Even in the distance, there was a dark and endless expanse. When I see this scene, the group members in the live broadcast room couldn't help but feel goosebumps. Wait a minute. This quantity. It's probably too much, isn't it? Said Little Rabbit, who loves Lotus Taro the most. It's so scary. Is this the corpse tide? Even if it's me, I'm afraid I only have the chance to escape. Right, said Ollie, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy, the chief wealthy woman of the space station. These zombies. There are hundreds of thousands of them just visible, right? Anyway, I have no other choice, and this kind of thing still needs to be solved by the Black Tower. Genius Club number 83 member, Black Tower. With such a huge quantity, I'm afraid I can't think of any good solution. Genius Club number 83 member, Black Tower. Unless you have a powerful thermal weapon, it's impossible to escape. The girl who loves to eat cherry blossom cake said, so. Doesn't that mean Alice is dead? My favorite little rabbit, Leontaro. Little Guinevere. The most beautiful girl in the galaxy, Ollie. The chief wealthy woman of the space station. Butterfly house ghost eliminating expert. At this point, the entire live broadcast room fell into silence. Biochemical world, Alice glanced at the messages posted by her group of friends. Then his gaze turned to the frenzied tide of corpses rushing in not far away. Finally. Desperately smiled. Is that all for now? Just as Alice closed her eyes. Prepare for the moment of death. Sky. Suddenly, it dimmed. Alice felt the change in light. Suddenly open your eyes. Subsequently. A huge ship that can only be described as covering the sky and sun. Slowly crossing across the sky. At this moment. The entire Raccoon City. All shrouded in its shadow. When I see this behemoth. The shock on Alice's face was indescribable. Even the entire live broadcast room. At this moment, everything suddenly fell silent. For a long time. Only then did someone speak again in the live broadcast room. Butterfly house ghost eliminating expert. What is this? How could it be so big? In the world of ghost destruction. When Butterfly, who was in the butterfly house, saw the giant ship blocking the sky and sun in the live broadcast room. She couldn't help but widen her eyes as she had never seen such a huge object before. In her cognition. There is no such huge thing in the world. However. The warship that appears in front of me. But it completely shattered her cognition. No, right. Is this a warship? Said Ollie, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy. Ollie from the supernatural world was also shocked. Even in the world of supernatural beings. She had never seen such a large warship before. This can't be described as a warship anymore, can it? It's as big as a space base. Warships. Is there really such a big warship in reality? Surprised. This warship looks even bigger than my Black Tower space station, said the chief wealthy woman of the space station. Is there really such a huge warship in Alice's world? Oh my goodness. This warship is almost catching up with the Luofu immortal boat, isn't it? Don't talk about you guys. Even I haven't seen such a big warship, said the first female instructor at St. Freya Academy. No antis allowed. From this size, it must be a stellar level power to drive such a large ship, right? Said the first female instructor at St. Freya Academy. Not allowed to call her auntie. Genius Club number 83 member, Black Tower. Wait, it's impossible for Alice's world civilization to create such a huge ship. Genius Club number 83 member, Black Tower. Is it difficult? Which group member sent a ship to rescue Alice? Xiao Guinevere. The first female instructor of St. Freya Academy, auntie is prohibited. Tivit, the escaping abyss princess. The chief wealthy woman of the space station. Butterfly house ghost eliminating expert. My favorite little rabbit, Leontaro. At this point. Suchen, who is on the planet Aquarius. After seeing the collective shocked reaction of everyone in the live broadcast room. A satisfied smile was given. You should know. This heavy carrier ship. It's just one of the 10 reorganized fleets he sent out. Not even a real warship can be considered. A true behemoth. Still staying a few 100,000 kilometers away from this planet. Otherwise, this world is likely to collapse due to Titan's massive gravitational pull. Chapter 8. Under absolute firepower, all carbon. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. At this point, when I learned that this giant warship might have been sent by a big shot in the group, the entire live broadcast room suddenly exploded. Isn't that right? Is it really fake? Do we still have a boss in our group who can mobilize such a huge warship? Yes, if there were really big shots of this level in the group, we wouldn't have missed them, said Ali, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy. Is it difficult? Is it because that big shot is too low? Key. What kind of big shot would be so low? Key as to be able to easily mobilize a warship of this stellar power level and make us completely unaware of its existence? Indeed, even if I want to obtain a warship of this level, it may not be easy, said the chief wealthy woman of the space station. If there were really big shots of this level in the group, I don't think they would remain silent forever, said the chief wealthy woman of the space station. The chief wealthy woman of the space station. Can we say this warship wasn't sent by the big shots in our group? By the way, our attention is all focused on discussing whether this warship was sent by the big shots in the group, said the girl who loves to eat cherry blossom cakes and wants to fall in love. The girl who loves cherry blossom cakes wants to fall in love. Have we forgotten that Alice is still in danger now? At this point, under the reminder of Love Pillar Gonlu Temple's honey glass, everyone just realized now. They were all still immersed in the shock brought by that warship just now. So much so that I forgot for a moment. Alice is still surrounded by tens of thousands of zombies. Although this warship does look very large, but rescuing Alice from the hundreds of thousands of corpses is not an easy task. If it's just firepower coverage, I'm afraid Alice will be buried in the fire with these hundreds of thousands of zombies. In that case, Alice is also unable to escape danger. However, just as everyone was still worried about Alice, I saw a heavy carrier ship the size of a space base in the sky. Unexpectedly, it slowly began to descend towards the ground. At this moment, the immense sense of oppression brought by this behemoth instantly hit me. The feeling it gives is like the sky has collapsed. Next up, as this heavy carrier approaches the ground, I saw it slowly lowering the hatch. When the end of the cabin door comes into contact with the ground, at the next moment, rows of fully armed soldiers lined up and walked out of the cabin. After seeing these starship escort teams armed to the teeth, everyone in the live broadcast room is dumbfounded. Butterfly House Ghost Eliminating Expert. Wait. Army. This ship actually airlifted an entire army over. So this behemoth is not a warship, but a carrier ship. My goodness. How many troops can be carried on such a large carrier ship, said Ali, the most beautiful girl in the Galaxy Genius Club number 83 member, Black Tower. Judging from the volume of this carrier, it should be more than enough to accommodate a million-strong army. The chief wealthy woman of the space station. 1,000,000 soldiers. How could a million army fleet be mobilized to rescue Alice? The chief wealthy woman of the space station. I don't even believe it's not done by the group now. Indeed, even I was a bit scared to see such a big battle, said the editor-in-chief of the Eightfold Hall, who values both beauty and wisdom, thanks to the live broadcast room developed by Haida. Otherwise, we wouldn't even know that there are big shots of this level hidden in the group, said the editor-in-chief of Bashongtang, who values both beauty and wisdom, by the way. If we had such an elite army, I don't know if we could fight Tianli, said Princess Tivit, who is on the run from the Abyss Taiwat continent. Ingmei couldn't help but ponder as she looked at the starship escort team in the live broadcast room. Although I am now honored as the Princess of the Abyss, but the troops at hand are far from enough to defeat Tianli. But if I had this well-equipped army to assist me, not necessarily. We cannot defeat him. If such an army were to descend on the continent of Tivit, I'm afraid even the gods. Do you also tremble? Biochemical world, at this point, when I saw rows of well-equipped starship frigates stepping out of heavy carrier ships. Alice was completely dumbfounded. She had never seen such a big battle before. Compared to this well-equipped army, those hundreds of thousands of zombies are just like children playing house. This are the pens of those big shots in the group. But this is a bit too exaggerated, right? Such a big battle. Don't say it's to save yourself. I'm afraid some people believe that someone who came to rule this world. However, what Alice doesn't know is, this million-person starship escort team actually only accounts for 1% of the total army on the Titan. Even with armies of this quantity, looking at the entire interstellar battlefield, it's just an existence serving as cannon fodder. Even if it all crashed with the starship, Suchen doesn't even know how to blink her eyelids. Your army has landed on the surface of the planet, do you want to start the cleaning plan? At this point, with the system prompt coming from the ear, a cold light flashed in Suchen's eyes. Follow with expressionless instructions. Mark Alice as a friendly unit, and eliminate all other creatures. With Suchen's command, this million-strong starship escort, like locusts harvesting wheat fields, start cleaning up all the organic life around you. The next moment, this once incredibly prosperous city. Nowadays, the city is littered with zombies, instantly covered by gunfire. Countless zombies were shattered by a dense firepower network woven by the overwhelming artillery fire. The zombie tide that originally surrounded Alice in groups of hundreds of thousands. At this moment, a vacuum zone was vividly cleared out. There are only traces left on the ground after being baptized by gunfire. Friends who have never experienced interstellar warfare. After seeing this scene, they were all so shocked that they couldn't speak. Is this the real war? Said Princess Tivit of the Abyss on the run. I have never seen such a one-sided war before. It can no longer be called a war, it's simply slaughter, said Ollie, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy. In the face of firepower, all carbon-based creatures can only be equal to all beings. Whether you are a soldier who has experienced countless battles or a zombie without pain, under absolute firepower, all can only turn into ashes. Oh my goodness, after watching this war, now feel like our previous battle was just a joke, said Butterfly House Ghost Slaying Expert. The girl who loves to eat cherry blossom cakes wants to fall in love. Absolute firepower covers everything in front of her, and all carbon-based creatures will turn into ashes. I only understand what this sentence means now. The girl who loves to eat cherry blossom pancakes wants to fall in love. Even if Xiuzhi no Kami, under such a degree of artillery bombardment, can only accept death, right? On the water blue star, Suchen saw that his army had already begun the baptism of artillery fire. Immediately, the panel was opened. As expected. At this point, the biological resources in the panel are rapidly increasing at a rate of 0.1 units per second. Judging from the speed of my army harvesting zombies displayed in the live broadcast room, almost every second has passed. Tens of thousands of zombies were blown to pieces. And the dense roar of gunfire lasted for 5 minutes. Only then did it completely cease. Finally, the biological resources displayed on the panel are frozen at 27.5 units. Ding! Congratulations on completing your first planet landing battle. This war is evaluated as a perfect slaughter rewards. This harvest of biological resources has doubled the losses in this war have been reduced by 90%, deterrence level increased by 30%. Due to your first battle receiving a perfect slaughter rating. Congratulations on successfully obtaining a chance to draw 10 consecutive cards. Chapter 9. Ambra's Counterattack, I. You are listening at novelfull.audio. First victory. At this point, after hearing the prompt sound from the system, Suchen's face showed a faint smile. Although the overwhelming victory in this war did not come as a surprise to him. But what Suchen didn't expect was. This war ended in a perfect crushing posture. Surprisingly, he would bring himself so many rewards. Firstly, the harvested biological resources are directly doubled. That is to say, the original acquisition of 27.5 units of biological resources directly turned into 55 units of biological resources. What surprised Suchen even more was. In this war, he was praised for his perfect slaughter. Directly obtained the qualification to draw 10 consecutive cards. Good guy. This sky-shattering wealth and prosperity. Now it's finally my turn. Biochemical world, at this point. As the gunfire of the Suchen starship escort team came to an end. The smoke of the battlefield gradually dissipated. In front of Alice's eyes. Only the battlefield remains devastated. And scattered limbs and broken arms. Until now. Alice had not yet recovered from the shock she had just experienced. I have also seen battles between armies and zombies before. But in such a crushing manner. Perform indiscriminate fire baptism on zombies. A scene where the zombies were beaten without any fighting power. Alice is still seeing it for the first time. Next second. Alice unexpectedly opened the chat group by a stroke of luck. Trembling slightly, he sent out a message in the group chat. Zombie Terminator. 2. Too shocking. Zombie Terminator. The war just now. No, it should be said to be a massacre. The Terminator of zombies. It's the most shocking scene I've ever seen in my life. Zombie Terminator. May I ask which big shot in the group helped me? I want to personally thank him. We were just discussing this matter, too, said the first female instructor at St. Freya School, not allowed to call her auntie. However, it seems that the big shot doesn't intend to reveal her identity in the group, said the first female instructor at St. Freya Academy, not allowed to call her auntie. I think that big shot wants to be low-key, said the first female instructor at St. Freya Academy, not allowed to call her auntie, but on the other hand, that big shot has such powerful strength, why should he be so low-key, said Ollie, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy. If it were me, I would have already displayed this warship all over the galaxy. Right, said Ollie, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy. Indeed, if possible, I really want a fleet like this, said Princess Tivit of the Abyss on the run. If there were this fleet, even if the enemy was natural, I could still break my wrist. Right, said Princess Tivit, who is on the run from the Abyss. Yes. Compared to the hot weapons possessed by the big shots, our world's Sunwell knives are just like toys, said Butterfly House Ghost Slayer expert. If this fleet had appeared in our world, Wujing would have been bombed to ashes long ago, said Butterfly House Ghost Slayer. In this way, there is no such thing as a millennium-long struggle between humans and ghosts, said Butterfly House Ghost Eliminator. Ghosts destroy the world. Butterfly House. After Butterfly Ninja finished watching the footage broadcasted in the live broadcast room. Shocked to the point of being speechless for a long time. Previously. The group members in the group always boast about how advanced their technology is. But Butterfly Ninja, who mastered breathing techniques, never paid attention. In her opinion. Even if technology is powerful. Truly effective in killing ghosts. Or only relying on breathing techniques and the Sunwell knife. Until after watching this live broadcast, Butterfly Ninja truly understood. What is absolute firepower coverage? All carbon-based organisms will make all living beings equal. Think of this. The butterfly couldn't help but sigh. If I also have this power, I can avenge my sister. Biochemical World, Ambra Company. After learning the news that hundreds of thousands of zombies were swept away in just a few minutes, the entire Umbrella High Rise was shocked by it. How could it be possible? Hundreds of thousands of zombies. Was he killed in 5 minutes? Is it possible that the other party also used strategic nuclear weapons? A high-ranking Umbrella officer's face was full of disbelief. No. The enemy sent out an army. But the number of the enemy's army is 1 million. And it uses technology weapons that we have never seen before. Another Umbrella executive said. Army? What army? 80% of humanity in the world is now infected and mutated into zombies. The remaining humans are either eaten by zombies or hiding in corners to survive. How could a fully armed army of 1 million people be transformed out of thin air? Oh, forget it. Even if it's true. That's just an ordinary army of just 1 million people. I think this is all their troops, right? However, a small number of troops. Not worthy of being seen by our protective umbrella. We protect umbrellas. But they make the whole world tremble with fear. Now. Utilize all existing mechanized and biochemical units. Heading towards Raccoon City. Let that army see it. What is despair? With the unanimous opinion of the umbrella management. Thousands of helicopters were seen rising from the Umbrella base. Fully loaded with the world's finest weapons and ammunition. And the most terrifying biochemical weapons. Flying towards Raccoon City in a majestic manner. Please note. We have detected hostility from this world civilization towards you, and it has declared war on you. Please note. Civilizations in a state of declaration of war may launch an attack on you, please be prepared for war. At this point. Suchen, who was far away on Mercury, was originally planning how to make the most effective use of the resources on this planet. The system prompt sound suddenly came from my ear. Suchen couldn't help but feel a bit surprised. Has the civilization of this world declared war on me? Suchen touched her chin. Then a curve curved around the corner of the mouth. It seems that those guys with umbrellas can't sit still. In the biochemical world. Umbrella companies are the main culprits causing the outbreak of zombie viruses and ultimately infecting the world. It is precisely because they want to rule the entire world. That's why we developed this zombie virus. Ultimately, it turned the vast majority of humanity around the world into zombie monsters. Even the female lead Alice. They are all products manufactured by umbrella companies. And now. The appearance of Suchen's army has made the umbrella company feel threatened. So they decided to deploy all their troops directly. Attempting to strangle this army in its cradle. However. What the umbrella company doesn't know is. They thought this fully armed main army. It's just cannon fodder used by Suchen to gather information. Even regular troops cannot be considered. Originally. Suchen dispatched 10 fleets to land on this planet. I didn't expect it. My own carrier has just landed. Hundreds of thousands of zombies have already been cleared. This led to the deployment of all staff from the Umbrella Protection Company. Attempting to eliminate one's own cannon fodder troops. Think of this. Suchen couldn't help but laugh. I just threw a flat A, and you let go of all the big moves in DF's second consecutive game. If that's the case, then I'll let the other 9 fleets play as well. After all. I'm not a devil either. I just want everyone to experience it too. The cruelty of interstellar war is nothing more. Suchen's smile gradually became cruel. Chapter 10. Biochemical Weapons. While waiting for the Star-class ship. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At this point. In Alice's live broadcast room. After seeing Suchen's army eliminate all the hundreds of thousands of zombies. The hearts that had been hanging in the crowd finally came to an end. The girl who loves cherry blossom cakes wants to fall in love. Great, Alice has finally been saved. I didn't expect so many zombies to be cleaned up all at once, said the girl who loves cherry blossom cakes and wants to fall in love. The girl who loves to eat cherry blossom cakes wants to fall in love. It's simply amazing. Yeah, I thought Alice was hopeless before, said Ollie, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy. After all, that's hundreds of thousands of zombies, said Ollie, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy. If it weren't for the big shots in the group sending troops to save her, I really don't know how she would survive, said Ollie, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy in the supernatural world. After seeing the hundreds of thousands of zombies in Alice's world being annihilated all at once, Xiuzhi was also greatly surprised. Although there are also creatures like angels and demons in my own world. But a master who can easily mobilize millions of troops and star-powered ships. Even I haven't seen it myself. It can be seen from this. There is indeed a super giant in the group. It seems that in the future, I need to be more restrained when speaking in the group. Otherwise, if I accidentally offend that big shot, the consequences are unimaginable at this point. Just as the group members in the live broadcast room breathed a sigh of relief when they saw the troops they had dispatched. Suchen smiled slightly. Then a message was sent out in the group chat. The fourth scourge. Everyone, it's not over yet. The fourth scourge. Aren't you happy too early? Hey, isn't this the new group friend who joined the group chat before? Why did it suddenly bubble up, said Ollie, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy. By the way, you said we were too happy too early. What do you mean? Are you saying Alice hasn't escaped danger yet? After seeing the message sent by Suchen, Xiuzhi suddenly became alert. But when she looked at Alice's live broadcast footage, but it was found that there was no abnormality in the picture. There is absolutely no danger as the other party claims. However, in the next second, a group of small dots suddenly appeared in a corner of the sky in the picture. Then there were more and more small dots. It's as if we're getting closer to where Alice is. When I see this scene, Xiuzhi quickly sent out a message in the group. Wait. What are those black dots in the sky, said Ollie, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy. They seem to be getting closer, said Ollie, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy at the reminder of Xiuzhi. A group of friends also turned their attention to those black spots. Immediately, Wuliang Tower Xiuzhi was the first to discover something was wrong. So, it seems like a helicopter, said the first female instructor at St. Freya School, not allowed to call her auntie. Wait. This quantity seems a bit too much, isn't it, said the first female instructor at St. Freya Academy. Calling auntie is prohibited. If you look from here, at least 1,000 helicopters are flying towards us, said the first female instructor at St. Freya Academy. Calling auntie is prohibited. Thousands of helicopters. Can't it be? Is it really fake, said Ollie, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy. Is it true that this was also sent by that big shot before, said Ollie, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy. But the zombie that surrounded Alice before was already killed by the big shot, wasn't it, said Ollie, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy. Moreover, even a mere helicopter doesn't seem like the hand of that big shot, said Ollie, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy. You know that big shot started with star-powered ships, said Ollie, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy at this point. In the biochemical world, Alice also noticed the approaching helicopter in the distant sky. Alice noticed, however, on these planes. Surprisingly, all of them are signs of protective umbrellas. That is to say, these helicopters are all sent by umbrella companies. When I see this scene, Alice's eyebrows suddenly furrowed. Damn it. These planes were sent by the umbrella company. They're here to kill me, Alice said in some panic. Umbrella company. Aren't these helicopters sent by that big shot in the group? The first female instructor of St. Freya Academy. No, auntie. This is terrible. It's probably because the big shot in the group killed the zombies brought by the umbrella company, which angered them. So now the umbrella company is taking it seriously, said the first female instructor at St. Freya School, not allowed to call her auntie. Umbrella Company. What is that? Is it really impressive? Even Aunt Xiuzhi's tone has changed. Let me put it this way, the reason why Alice's world has become what it is now is all caused by the Umbrella Company, said the first female instructor at St. Freya School, not allowed to call her auntie. The Umbrella Company should be the most powerful presence in the world right now, said the first female instructor at St. Freya Academy, not allowed to be called auntie. It's not so much a company, but rather the only existing civilization, said the first female instructor at St. Freya Academy, prohibiting calling her auntie. The biochemical weapons they possess are basically not a problem if they are to be used to unify this world, said the first female instructor of St. Freya Academy, not allowed to be called auntie, in the 3 worlds of collapse. At this moment, the expression on Wuliangta Xiuzhi's face became unusually serious. In her understanding of umbrella companies. If those guys from the Umbrella Company really take it seriously. Even if there were 100 Alice, they probably wouldn't be enough to kill them. Even the $1 million army of the big shots in the group. It may not necessarily be a rival to the terrifying biological weapons of the Umbrella Company. After all, umbrella companies are the culprits who turned billions of people into zombies. What? Isn't that saying? Alice going to fight against the civilization of the whole world, said Ollie, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy. How could this be achieved, said Ollie, the most beautiful girl in the galaxy, the chief wealthy woman of the space station. So, if it's the $1 million army sent by the big shots. Can we win over the Umbrella Company? Genius Club number 83 member, Black Tower. I'm afraid. It's difficult. Genius Club number 83 member, Black Tower. If the Umbrella Protection Company is really what Hiko said, then their military strength is at least world-class. Genius Club number 83 member, Black Tower. A mere 1 million troops. I'm afraid they're really not their match. So. Isn't Alice in danger again? At this point. Alice looked at the helicopter of the Umbrella Company approaching in the distance. Despair was revealed in the eyes. Sure enough. Can't we escape the fate of death in the end? Thinking of this, Alice gave a desperate smile. Immediately, send a message in the group. Zombie Terminator. Thank you to the big shot who saved me before, but you should quickly withdraw your army. Zombie Terminator. The bio-weapons of Umbrella Company are too powerful. Your army is not their opponent, big shot. There's no need to lose this 1 million army for me in vain. Zombie Terminator. Anyway, thank you for saving me before. If there is an afterlife, I will repay you, said the Terminator of the zombie. After speaking, Alice closed the group chat. Prepare for the upcoming attack of the protective umbrella. Although she is not yet ready to face death. But she also didn't want the $1 million army that implicated the big shot to be lost here. After all, faced with the invincible biochemical weapon attacks of the Umbrella Company, even with so much flesh and blood, there is only a chance of dying in vain. However, at this time, after seeing what Alice was saying in the group, Suchen smiled disdainfully. Biochemical weapons. In front of my star-class fleet. It's just ants.